Look at him, he's like, come on. I'm tacked up, let's go. Are you ready, Park? Should I pull his forelock or not pull his forelock? I quite like it the way it is. Like, oh, let's go home. It's quite nice to try and get a picture of us on here.
Yep.
He's never really been in here straight away. I always jump him out there first. So.
Right. It's always we first.
Yeah. Boy. Least favourite part.
What's that?
Just stopping. A little bit more regularly and like not consistent, but that will come. Boy. I was trying to want my range shorter, but then that makes his head too deep. Good. Good lad. Boy. Boy. Quite good. He's very unbalanced and that hard leg he finds hard.
Hey guys, it's really weird doing this at the end of the video instead of the start, but I had vlogged today a little bit, but I ended up not getting an awful lot of footage of vlogging, so I just thought I would make this kind of raw type video and just kind of show you Parker riding, because you guys haven't really seen him that much, and he's very green, but he's got an amazing mind. Like, he is incredible. He's got such a good will and attitude, but he still has a little, he's still a youngster, so he still has his little tantrums sometimes. They all do. Not tantrums, that's awful. I mean just little like confusions, and he's unsure. So I'll explain a little bit about what I was doing in this video. Feel free to X out of this now if you don't care. If you've just come to see the horse and you're happy enough with that, honestly, you don't have to watch this because I'm just going to be rambling on. So yeah, y'all will know Parker from one video I uploaded. I'm going to try not ramble too much, but he is just rising 4 now. He is about 16.1, 16.2. He was broken at the December time, and he's only really started jumping in the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 max. This is about his 5th or 6th time jumping. I kind of lost track, but you know, he's done a little bit now. He's jumped all the logs in the gallop, and he has jumped in the arena a couple of times. No, this is the 2nd time. He's jumped in the arena once before. I haven't uploaded that video yet, but I will. I wonder if I should put it in here. But yeah, he's got a very willing brain. The more I've ridden him, the more I've found him a little bit invasive in his mouth. He's in a, what you call it, a Micklin bridle with a French link snaffle with the little cheeks, and Parker's never been tied in. Like, he's always had a really soft mouth, but we long ran quite a lot, so through the long rein and I would lunge with the double reins. He would put his head, like, he seems to overbend. That's like his evasion, what you call that, where he likes to just tuck his head in. So deliberately I was like, I'm not tying this horse in because he naturally wants to go like that. He's only ever been in a snaffle, I think, and yeah, that's just his little thing. Like, horses all have their little thing to start with, and he will come out of that. It'll just take time. So you'll see when I rode him that, especially in canter, and it's actually sometimes the more I do on a ride, that he'll start tucking his head in. And when I actually watch the videos by him, it really looks like I'm holding him quite hard, but I'm not. He's got a very, very light mouth, but I think now after watching these videos, I'm gonna actually really make myself lengthen my reins out and try offer him his head a little bit more. It's different feeling than what it looks like the way I watch him ride, he feels completely different. Like, he actually looks a little bit heavy in the hand on the videos, but like, he's really false in the hand. Like, he's only a baby, but like, he's very nearly too light. Like, there's no contact, and I quite like a horse holding the bit, not in like a running away sort of way, but I like a horse to be sturdy on the bit and just holding it and taking you forward, so you just have a nice connection between your hand and their mouth, so you can kind of feel, they can feel, you can do everything very light. Whereas whenever, like the way Parker's going, where he opens his mouth and he's going round and he's pulling his head in and he's pulling his head up a little bit, it's not really obvious, but when I feel him, I just feel like an inconsistency on his bit the whole time. But like that will come. He has had very little rhythm work. Whenever we back them, we literally do everything in a straight line for a couple of weeks. So he's basically been trotted down lanes. When he's been cantering on a straight gallop. The only turning and circles I guess he's had is when I turn to come back. So the arena is a very new place for him, and cantering round in a circle, that's why you'll have noticed I didn't do an awful lot of circles, and that was because I just wanted him to canter forward and just naturally go around the bend of the arena. And he's very good, because quite a lot of young horses at the start want to go to the gate, but he's been very good about it. So what else will I discuss? His right rein is a lot stronger than his left rein. He will strike off in the right leg every time. Like even on the left rein, he likes to strike off in the right rein. So whenever a horse does that, every horse has a weak leg. Whenever I used to break them, it depends what sort of brain they have, I would just at the start, no matter what, because everything I ever done was in the arena, I would naturally, so if you were breaking a horse in the arena, I would say let it go in any leg, it doesn't matter, just teach it to go into canter. But because Parker knows how to go into canter and kind of knows a rough aid from cantering on the gallop, it's at the point now where that lead has to be schooled into him. So his left lead is his weak lead. So if I have a horse like that, I will take them in a circle. You'll see I left it all in the video. So on the left rein, you'll have noticed I took him in a circle around a jump, and that's just to encourage his bend to go to the inside, and that just naturally, hopefully, start to teach him to go onto it. And like a couple of times I've noticed, and you can kind of see it in the video a little bit, when he goes into that left lead, he kind of jumps into it. It's kind of like he finds it really difficult, but no matter what way he goes into it, I don't care if his head goes up, I don't care about anything, because that's hard for him. I have to take it little bits at a time. So I was really happy just to take that. And as I said before, he's really like overbent and wants to come in to his chest. So at the end, I think, of the left canter, you could see me starting to try to lift my hands. It's just not pretty, like, and I'm not pulling him in the mouth at all. I'm trying to encourage him. I'm like lifting my hands in my video. I'm trying to encourage him to come up, like use his natural head carriage when he lifts his head up, to say, yes, that's where I want you. And over time, when I keep doing that, he will learn to ride with his head more upright and not, I don't like them, I hate them overbent. So that will not, like, he won't be tied in when he's lunged with nothing on, because I want to really encourage him to come up, and I don't really want to use side reins high to make him do that. I want him to learn naturally. I'm sorry, this is getting really long, but this might interest some of you. So yeah, and his trot as well, I'm like talking about this as if he should be better, but like I am so pleased with how he's going. His trot is just a little bit choppy and short at the minute, but I don't care about any of that. I just want him to be comfortable in the ride. I want him to walk trot canter, be able to strike off on the right leg and the left leg, and just enjoy his ride. And yeah, he's still just trotting to fences. He likes to jump and put his head to his chest as well. So over time, when he learns what jumping's like, I will start doing a couple of wee grids, so he has to jump and then focus on the next fence, and that'll naturally start teaching him to lift his head. On a horse that would lift his head, I would put poles before, because that'll make them lower, but Parker needs to learn to lift his head over a fence. Not over a fence, before and after. But yeah, that's all little things, so I'm so pleased with how he's going. It doesn't look pretty, but babies usually don't. I tried to put in everything. He is a very good jumper. I've got a very defensive jumping position on a baby. It's just habit. I've broken quite a lot of them, backed quite a lot of horses. I prefer trotting to a fence because horses are naturally just generally more balanced in their trot. And he's got such a big canter, and as you can see, he's not balanced at all in it. He's going like falling in around the corners, and like I would rather be able to trot to a fence and keep a nice even slow pace. So if they stop, they'll stop at the fence and learn that they have to look at the fence then and jump. But if they run out, then you're away from the fence and they've kind of won that battle as such. So yeah, like I don't actually really mind them stopping at the start either, as long as they look at the fence and register it and then jump it. And with him, he has a habit of when he stops, he wants to move his body. So for a while I let that happen, and now I'm at the point with him where when I ask him to stop, if he moves his back end, I will actually move his back end round to where I want it and ask him to stop, and he'll only get the release and the pat whenever he stops. So yeah, he's getting good with that. But once you jump him, he's a little bit more like, ooh, let's keep going. So I give and take with him. I don't do it every time because I don't want to completely scunner him into like, you need to be trained and this has to be precise. There has to be give and take with a young horse's brain, I think, and any horse's brain. You have to just take it little at a time. So I'm really pleased. I hope you enjoyed this, a little bit more of an insight to how I train a young horse. And I was going to do a voiceover, but no, I just thought I'd leave it all. So yeah, that's Parker doing his second jump in the arena. And like the fact that he jumped the water tray and stuff like that is just incredible. I mumbled a lot, and a lot of this probably doesn't make sense. But I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of different type of video of me just discussing the way I train. Yeah, it's not 100% pretty, but excuse me, I try to do things as effectively as I can. A lot of people at this point want them riding a lot better, and yeah, I just do it a little bit slower, and he's just not that strong. He's only a baby. Nothing's that big, but he's so confident, and he jumps everything with so much, he's so happy and he enjoys it. So yeah, I thank you guys for watching as always. If you got this far, I appreciate the fact that you've watched the full video, because that, yeah, it's quite long. I think it'll be 20 minutes by the time this is over. So yeah, thank you so much guys, and I will see you in the next video.